The principle 8, who is in charge? The principle of who's in charge and who's to blame and whose fault is it? And it has to do with intelligence, obviously. If you insist on being in charge and you make the world a mess, you and your group should step down. Common sense, I would have understood that when I was in kindergarten. So point number 1, who was and is in charge of the world, the cultures, the governments, the breeding in the world? The people in charge have to take responsibility for their lack of genetic worth, their lack of intelligence in their genes that has led to this disaster that we see in the world today, the state of the world, all the crime, 25,000 people starve to death every year. It's deliberately done for eugenics, social engineering, so they can pretend that they're more intelligent than everyone. That's part of why this video is being made. Point number 2, drugs, crack, coke, substances, materials that dumb people down. The Flint water crisis, Chicago water crisis, air quality, asbestos, all this stuff that has epigenetic effects. Okay, it damages the brain and it causes people to make stupid decisions, and in their very DNA changes over time in their bloodlines to make them be less intelligent than they otherwise would be. I mean, I'm being fumed every day. I'm slipping on my words in these videos. I know firsthand the long-term and short-term effects of some of these substances because they're being used on me, and my argument is still superior by far to the governing class. And I'm obviously still more intelligent than they are, and we'll get to that. Number 3, skilled labor, okay, versus intelligence, right? Skilled labor versus the qualities of the ideal leader. So basically, if we have a painter and an engineer, and they're both geniuses at what they do, is one necessarily smarter than the other? No. It is one's life path, one's moral worth that makes them more intelligent. Wisdom is the true form of intelligence, okay? It's not being skilled at something, okay? Just because I can't paint doesn't mean I'm not smarter than other people are. Okay, just because Einstein couldn't paint doesn't mean he's not just as smart as the painter. When we truly weigh their intelligence, says, what is your life path? Are you sucking a fucking white privileged dick and pretending that white culture is superior while they're ruining the world? It fucking makes you an idiot. Not intelligence. Not intelligent. Okay? And of course, the governing class is dumbing down black people. You see them on the news and, hey, yeah, I don't like this guy. They sound like they've suffered serious cognitive and neurological impairment. Okay? And they're having trouble articulating themselves. And they point to linguistic intelligence, and they're fuming me, and they're bringing drugs and so on, and they're focusing their cultural campaign through the music industry, which is run by white-skinned people historically and otherwise, in movies, and trying to sell them the idea that they should do drugs and sell drugs, and then they turn around and say, we have higher genetic worth than you do. But who's in charge, you fucking idiots? Okay? So number 4 is dating. Okay, one evil fucking scoundrel ass bitch and one Roman hooker type of slut who says, hey, he's the rich guy in charge and everyone kind of fucks everyone and I'm going to marry him, and now they have a piece of shit kid. That's an inferior form of life. Nothing is more unwise and stupid and childish and pathetic, and nothing reflects inferior genes more than cheating me out of my right to lead, cheating the righteous, causing 25,000 people to die every year. All these things are doing at the same time, drugging everybody and pretending to be smarter. You see how by default they have the lowest stock and the lowest form of intelligence. And they should step down right away. Stop pretending they're related to the Egyptian pharaohs in a way that favors them, at least. Okay, in a way that suggests that they should be in charge. They don't have Horus qualities. They don't deal in sky law justice, right? Skywalking, skylocking. They're not martial artists. They're British fencers. They're Jewish kind of scribes and sages, if you want to give them that credit. They are not the God's chosen people of the world. They need to stop fuming me. They need to stop acting like bitches. Stop pretending they're more intelligent than everyone. It's a total disgrace. They're making a complete fool of themselves. Okay, they're like a Ronald McDonald looking elf clicking its heels, talking about that's the master martial art technique. They're utterly fucking disgraced.